Today I'm going to reveal and talk about what the Hebrew word for God is, which is YHWH, Yahweh. We're going to break down each letter. Most people who talk about this from an academic standpoint, and as far as the academic standpoint is concerned, they are right. This is not one of those videos where it's simply academic only. I'm talking about what those four letters represents in real life, because it's a system of how things work. And I'm gonna give you an example. So YHWH, every single letter in that word has a meaning, a symbolic meaning that has to be interpreted by a clairvoyant, someone who can see the deeper meaning beyond the surface meaning. You have to have vision that is well developed enough to see past the surface to the truth of the word. This is a skill or a type of vision that is not held by many people. Most people do not have this vision. So if you do have a vision, you will immediately understand and recognize what I'm saying as soon as I say it, because it's an open secret. Nobody's keeping it from you. If you can't understand it, it's because you have not done the work on yourself to be able to see deeper into or beyond the surface meaning of the word. So YHWH, Yod stands for source energy, or God, or divinity, or Allah. Whatever name you give to it is the source of all there is. Beingness itself, existence itself, life itself. The second letter, which is He, represents the thing itself. That is the car you want, the desire, the car you want, the person you want, the relationship you want, the lifestyle you want, the money you want, very specifically something. That is He. The next letter, Vau, represents the feeling. It's really a nail that nails two things together to make them one. So after you know what you want, which is He, you nail it to a feeling, so that He has a feeling to it. Okay, what does it feel like when you have the person you want? Feel like when you're rich as you want to be? Feel like when you live in the place you want to live? Feel like when you have the body you want? Feel like. That nails the He to a feeling. They become one. The next thing to manifest is the last letter, He again. You can see that one He is the same exact letter as the last one. Why is that? Because the thought that you marry to a feeling will manifest a combination of that feeling and thought in people, circumstances, and events that appear outside. They are identical. How do you know that this is true? Okay. There's two types of people who make excuses and people who take 100% responsibility. There are no in between. You are either taking 100% responsibility for everything that happens, including car accidents, including accidental breakups, including divorces, including you losing your kids or having your kids or anything, which you can consider positive or negative. If you're the type of person who says all of those things were my fault because I have a mind and all is mind, and I've created those things with my mind, either on purpose or an accident, but it is me. That's one type of person. The second type of person says it's 99% me, it's 1% everything else, or God. Or 50-50 is 50% me, 50% universe. Or it's 1% me and 99% of the stuff is everybody else's fault. Or it's 100% everybody else's fault. Anything less than 100% full responsibility is someone who is making excuses. If you're making excuses, this video is not for you. If you are the kind of person who knows that your mind creates your reality, this is the video for you. Okay? So for those who are taking 100% responsibility, what this means is if you look at your circumstances, they are direct. The He is physical. The last He is physical. Meant to say that. When you're looking at your bank account, specifically your bank account, and the amount of money that you make per week, per month, per year, that physical manifestation is a direct correlation to the exact kind of thought and feeling combination you have on the subject. If you think I am poor, then your circumstances will be poverty stricken. If you think, now you don't have to ask, I don't have to ask a person if they think they're poor. Look at the circumstances they have and you can see if they think they're poor. Now, you can have a wealthy person in a broke situation. Broke is different than poor. A person who is broke but knows they are wealthy have completely different experiences. A person who is broke, meaning they temporarily have no money, but they know who they are. They know they are a wealthy, successful person in a temporary situation of broke, but is making their way through it to rich. That person doesn't even look or feel broke. When you're around them, they got ideas, they got passion, they got power. They know what they want. They're clear-minded. Those kind of people are wealthy, but they have a temporary circumstance of broke, which every rich person and wealthy person has had. They've had a season of broke, but it is not their permanent situation, and they know it. And if you don't know it, you soon will know it, because they're about to be rich. That's a completely different type of person than a poor person. A poor person is also broke, but they have a poor mentality and they think that they're stuck there forever. Now, if you have a poor mentality, the good part is there's a law of polarity, which means that there's a seed of equivalent benefit in the mindset of being poor. So if you are feeling poor, good, because that's how rich you can be on the opposite end. Okay, so that's by law of polarity. So that's the Yod, Hey, Vav, Hey. Yod is source. Source has everything you want. Hey is your choice of the smorgasbord. The choice of rich. Even though the poor is there, like, I don't like poor. Wealthy is what I like. That's hey. I've chosen rich and wealthy. That's what I'm choosing now. Next is the vow. You have to align your feeling and become the feeling of rich while you're thinking about riches and determining to bring them into existence by thinking and feeling correctly. So you think and feel in alignment with wealth, yes, that you've chosen. Now, the next natural thing that's going to happen by automatic law, the law is going to pick up the thoughts and create through your behavior and external behavior a combination that shows that you are wealthy. That's the way it works. Now, will you do actions? People think, well, so you're telling me I can think and then it'll just happen for me? Yes, actually. It will happen through your actions, through your thoughts, and through your emotions, and through other people's acts, thoughts, and emotions to create scenarios, situations, events that all lead up to inevitably more and more of whatever you're thinking and feeling. Yes, you don't have to do anything, but you will. You will, because that's the way it works. You will do stuff and you will love doing it. That's how it works. If you're not doing some actions and loving it, you're not activating the Yod. Sorry, you're not activating the Hey. You're not connected to Yod, first of all. You're not connected to that divinity. You're also not connected to a thought that you actually want. There's nothing specific. And you don't have a feeling that matches. That's your issue. That's your issue. But if you have those three things, the last thing is inevitable, which is, hey, the manifestation of the thought and the feelings that you have. So that's an explanation of Yod, Hey, Vav, Hey, the name of God and the divine. It is not something you worship. It's a process. Hopefully this helped you.